What is going on, collective? It's your boy Adam Raw. Welcome back to my channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tonight, of course, I kept telling you about that projection energy, right? Yeah, somebody's definitely like worried and stressed out about some outcome or something that's gonna come up. We all know that though, right? Of course we do. You got a lot of karmic energy out here that's just, the vibe I get is that this is just somebody out here who's stressed the fuck out, mainly because you discovered them. Maybe you discovered their secrets, or you went to a tarot reader who discovered their secrets or whatever. A lot of organ trafficking, child trafficking, sex ring trafficking, incest, family incest, incest babies, magic, occults, you know, a bunch of cults, and you know, it's just that overall energy there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff going on where it's just a lot of people who are shocked that their secrets are coming out. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that they've been doing for years is finally coming to the surface. You know, so you're gonna have a lot of people. I don't know, like, I guess for the first time in a long time, a lot of people are being forced to go through the dark night of the soul, right? So yeah, Saturn is out here rough. Whatever they've been sending out, the only thing you really can do is pray about it. You know what I mean? Because the thing is that when you fight with some people is just not worth fighting with. Now, I'm gonna tell you why. When you have something good coming to you, when you have a call in, or when you have good ideas, when you have you know, when you're healing people, when you're giving out good advice and stuff like that, you are going to attract people who are like, who wish that they could have thought of what you thought of before you got there. Okay, so these are not pioneering spirits at all, right? I held off on this message for a while, but the energy I've been channeling is like, it's been two separate energies, right? One energy was saying basically that God is getting ready to come in and basically do what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah, right? A lot of you guys were earth angels and stuff like that, right? And essentially what happened was, it was the same story. There were two angels, twin flames, right, that came to a city, or, you know, they were in the city. The city didn't want them together, I guess, or they wanted to, it was more like the people in the city wanted to demoralize or immoralize what was pure. They were attracted to what was pure because they wanted to immoralize it. They wanted to be the first to immoralize it, right? I don't know if you're dealing with the same thing that I had gone through, or what I'm currently dealing with now, but I will say that this is a circumstance of having like a pure spirit. And no, I'm not saying like you're like you're perfect. What I'm saying is that the stuff that most people do, you're not doing right now. Like, you may not be sleeping around with a lot of people, you may not be smoking, you may not have any addictions, or if you do, you probably moderate them. You know, you're praying, you're grounding your energy, you stand on top of your stuff, you're working, you're taking care of yourself, all that good stuff, right? There's people out here who figure they can slow time up by trying to anchor into your spirit, basically. They're trying to anchor into you to get you to fight with them, argue with them, address them, you know, whatever, because they feel like that's the only way that's left to keep this cycle open. remember I told you, when a narcissist run out of ideas on how to, you know, keep going with something, the last thing that they do is that they come in to try to attack you directly. Right? Some of you are having that. Some of you may be getting ready to experience that. But basically it's like this. With the spirit, when God comes with the spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah, it was like I said, it was two angels. They both were I don't know if they were like men or women or whatever, but I just know that I want to say Lot, or was it Abraham? I think it was Lot. Lot told the people, like, no, you can't have these angels, but I'll give you my daughters. You know, whatever you want to do with my daughters, I'll let you, you know, whatever to my daughter. And the people of the city said no, they wanted those angels, right? And it's the same thing about what we're going through right now. It's a lot of people out here who are hell-bent on you and your energy, okay? They're hell-bent on latching themselves onto you. These are a lot of unhealed people. These are a lot of immoral people. These are a lot of people who are backstab and betray people. You know what I'm saying? These are cults. These are moms, dads, friends, foes, whatever you want to call them, okay? These are those people, right? When God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, I don't think it was just, a lot of people think, like, you know, oh, it was because it was, you know, a lot of straight gay, you know what I'm saying, ordeal. But I think it has something to do more with, they were trying intentionally to defile what was sacred. It's like, you know, like God sending the angels in, that's kind of like God sending like a secret police officers in or whatever. And when the police officers get there, there's nothing but crime everywhere, right? So when God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, it had really nothing to do, I don't think, it didn't have too much to do with sexuality, but it was more about how it was being expressed. Because a sinner, like, you could be just as a heterosexual man could be just as sinful as a bi or whatever man, okay? Now, true enough, a lot of the argument is that, you know, we wasn't designed for that. I get that, I agree, and that's gonna be up to you guys to argue about. But I'm saying all of that to say this: at the end of the day, what's going on here is that the people who cannot get to God, the people who've been praying to God for the longest, the people who might even been going to church, but they don't believe in God like you believe in God. They don't believe in what you believe in. They're not affirmed in their faith like you are, right? It's like it's a war on religion at this time. Like a spiritual civil war, basically, is what's going on here. It's like a spiritual civil war. There's people, there's cults, there's covens, there's whatever you want to call them. There's celebrities and top 10 percenters and all of that stuff. Like, it goes, it's deep, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, before, like, you know, it's like everybody basically is trying to get their hands on like a divine masculine or divine feminine, because they want to basically do, you know, that scapegoating magic, basically, where they take everything immoral about themselves and they pile it on one person and send them out into the wilderness. Essentially is what it is, right? Some people are, they don't know why they're doing it. Some of them don't. They just think like, oh, well, this is, you know, it's just an idea that came out of nowhere. But no, this has been going on for centuries. This has been for centuries. If you are a chosen one of God, this is a part of the path, right? This is a part of the path. It's like, you're going to have to, because let's be real, Jesus had that same path, right? But so did John the Baptist, right? So did let me see, who else is like that? Basically all the prophets of God. They all pretty, I think almost all of them went through the same thing, right? So with the Sodom and Gomorrah energy, basically God is coming by fire, right? Because essentially when God destroys something, there's a process to it. The process is this: when it comes to man, when you want to know when it's time for us to go, when it's time for destruction, when it's time for us to be destroyed, it's a system, okay? First, man in this particular area will serve God. They will be really strict on serving God, being religious, and spirituality, whatever. They're really strict on who they believe in, right? Then they transition from worshiping God to worshiping lesser gods. Like they might be worshiping the angels that the God worked with, or the spirits that are affiliated with different stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, they go to worshiping like kings, right? So now they're worshiping kings, because essentially a king was the mortal God on earth, right? With the mortal version of God on earth. This is the person who take the problems of the people up to the heavens and get information and stuff like that, right? And then after that, there was like noblemen. They started worshiping noblemen and things like that. People who had money, people who had power, people with influence. You know what I'm saying? Then they start worshiping athletes and people who represent the culture, right? Whatever that means to you. So that could be like worshiping LeBron James, or they start making statues of LeBron, or start making statues of Jordan, or statues of like all these athletes and stuff like that. And and then they start worshiping average everyday people. When you get to that point where they start worshiping average everyday people, that's how you know that a societal reset is getting ready to occur. What that looks like essentially is the things that you're supposed to do every day is what you want praise for. That's what you want to be known for. That's the stuff that you want to be acknowledged for. You have this sense of feeling like you should be embraced for just being mediocre, or immortalize yourself some kind of way. It's man's desire to be immortalized. We've seen this in Greek culture. We've seen it in the Roman culture. We've seen it in the Egyptian culture. We've seen it in, I want to say, not the Mesopotamian culture. We haven't seen it there yet. But we have seen it pretty much in all the major, religious cultures or whatever, Rome was destroyed several times, but it followed the same system. The moment that people start worshiping themselves was the moment God was like, all right, that's enough. And he comes in, and then there's a reset, right? It's the same in this situation, okay? In our situation, though, it's like when God had, what was that? What did he do? Our reset started the moment that the selfie was invented. Yeah. Remember at one point in time, everybody started doing selfies and stuff like that. Now, if you look around the world, there's nothing but hell and chaos, right? And I'm not saying that all of this happened because the selfie was invented, but this is just one of the signs that just so happen coincides with the destruction of a society. The same thing that Joe Biden is doing right now was done in Rome. There was a lot of dissatisfaction about how the leader, when you get done dealing with someone who's strict or a certain type of leadership, generally people flock to the opposite side, right? And that's exactly what happened with like Biden and whatever, you know. But I think a lot of people voted for him in order to, you know, for their own personal reasons. Okay, we all had our own personal reasons, you know. But I'm gonna say that there's dissatisfaction with some of that shit, right? There's definitely dissatisfaction, right? But you saw the whole country went into like chaos. And I'm not saying it didn't go into chaos with the other presidents or anything like that, but you know, it's like, you know, it's a lot of stuff going on all at one time, okay? And I'm not saying it's his fault at all, but I'm saying that his presidentship coincides with one of the signals, you know what I'm saying? And Rome, right before like the Civil War, there was like a civil discontentment in you know what I'm saying? People decided to change the type of leadership that they had. It went from being a king to judges, right? And you have basically Rome was split up into like 4, I believe. I want to say it's around the constant some about, was it Constantinople? It's not Constantinople. It had to do with it was like 4 leaders or something, like 4 kings at once, or 4 judges at one time. And when they made the artwork of them, you know, they made it where these people were afraid and all this other stuff because people were out to get them, or people were out to take their lives, right? Same thing with the, you know, January 6th situation, right? People having uproars and things of that nature, especially over Trump, you know? Anyway, there's getting ready to be a reset, okay? Is it gonna be like national? I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure how God is gonna handle it, because the thing is that, you know, God does his own thing. You never know the time, the day, or when, or where he's gonna do what he's gonna do, but he's gonna do it, right? So basically with Sodom and Gomorrah, I want to get I want to, you know, tap into my own energy and just like, oh yeah, it's gonna be, you know, nah, this is a time for me not to lean to my own understanding, but to tell you the message the way it comes through, right? The people that's been, you know, trying to latch on to you and all that other stuff, like I told you, it's the same thing with Moses. Remember I told you that the spirit of Moses and Pharaoh was out here? It's the same thing. You walking away, you're doing everything you can to keep from looking back, but once you go back to fight with them, you turn into a pillar of salt, okay? Once you go back and you start dating that person that brought all this shit to you to begin with, you turn into a pillar of salt. It's the same thing. So God is just basically is just telling you, you know, it's time for you to move out the way, okay? It's gonna get rough, it's gonna be tough. You're gonna have to light your candles or pray your prayers and all that stuff. You're gonna have to do all that, okay? But at the end of the day, you have to know that God is getting ready to just show up and show out. I wanted to say that he was gonna show his A on them, but I ain't gonna do all that, you know? So, with that being said, all these cults, a lot of the stuff that these cults have been doing behind the scenes, the people that they've sacrificed, their agendas, their manifestos, their rules, their regulations, who they really serve, is gonna start coming out. It's gonna start coming out. You ain't gotta worry about who a Mason serve. It's gonna come out. You ain't gotta worry about it. It's gonna be a lot of the energy of not necessarily exposition, but the revealing of dark secrets and stuff like that. The occult, hidden things are going to start getting revealed. Now, when this happens, it's going to usher in a new age. which the light workers are here to assist with, right? In this new age, it's going to be similar to basically a lot of people are going to combine with like religion and spirituality. This right here is going to lead to the combination or the combining of religion and spirituality. It's going to be a lot more churches that are going to that's going to start surfacing, that's going to accommodate both, right? But even then, you're going to have to use your spirit to discern what's for you, right? Because essentially what happens is, like, you know, it's with religion. Religion is a very powerful force, right? It is marked by air, because religion has to do with believing beyond a reasonable doubt. It's something that's in the mind, okay? Charisma and all the other elements and stuff like that represents other forms of power. But religion, spirituality has to do with the air, okay? So, when that happens, you know, don't be shocked at what comes out. Right now, all this stuff is coming out, so you know what side, where you want to be when things go down, when, you know what I'm saying? Because you got some people who want to stick with who they serve. You got some who are down for the pound. And then you got some who are basically going to whatever works, flocking to whatever works, or whoever would give them power, or whoever will give them authority, whoever will make them feel a certain kind of way. Even if they aren't powerful, people have a tendency to flock towards what feels powerful. And it is your mind that creates that powerful energy, right? Well, yeah, so I got woke up out of my sleep for that, on top of a lot of energy work being done, a lot of spellcraft, a lot of energy, a lot of people trying to take ownership of other people's energies and stuff like that, and saying, well, technically it's mine, and it's like, no, it's not fucking yours. If it was yours, why can't you, you know, handle it yourself? Why can't you just, you know, be you, and things manifest? So I'm gonna pull a couple cards to find out what's going on here. Oh, and another thing with the comes to Pharaoh, you remember how the sea closed in on Pharaoh, right? Like, once Moses and everybody got across safely and it flooded in. Basically, the vibe that I get is that when, like, God is getting ready to unleash, like, astral realm-based attacks over the enemy, because the water represents astral energies, right? Not only that, there's a lot of marine spirits and stuff inside that water, right? So if your enemies have been using marine spirits, especially in the astral realm, it's gonna start overwhelming them. It's gonna start overwhelming. They're gonna be overtaken by the very spirits that they've summoned or that they've been, you know what I'm saying? You've made it to the other side. If you've walked away, if you moved away, you know, and a lot of you are still working on that because it's a family. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's you living or you being dependent on someone or a family or whatever it may be. And it's just not, you know, it's just you trying to do the best that you can with what you got from where you are. There's nothing wrong with that. Do your best and God will meet you the other half. That's it. You have to know that when you do your part, just do your part. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you need a better job, go out there, apply, and let God deal with the rest. We've heard no before, right? Anyway, let's see what's going on with the energies out here, because there's definitely some projecting energy that's going on out here. Somebody wasn't happy unless they heard me speak today, because they want to heal themselves. They want to know that everything will be okay. But if you've been doing this projective energy where it's like you've been doing this spell work and shit, it's not going to be okay. And I'm just going to tell you that now. It ain't going to be okay. For some of them, it ain't going to be okay. So, let's see. Let's see what's going on with this energy out here. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands out here. This is somebody who wants to bring in some kind of peace or something like that. Somebody doesn't want to fight anymore. Somebody's trying to make a peace offering. So, you know how that go. You call yourself wanting peace, but you are out here projecting war on people. You know? What kind of fucking sense does that make? Don't that defeat the whole purpose? But then again, you know, if this person really want peace, why won't they just stop fighting? Why don't they just stop projecting the energy out? If they really wanted to walk away, if they really wanted, wanted peace, why not just leave it the fuck alone and just walk the fuck away? You know what I'm saying? What's so hard about that? Not every situation needs an apology. Sometimes your apology is you just walking away and leaving it the fuck alone. What's so hard about that? But no, whoever it is, they are a sneaky fuck. They'll pretend like they want peace and stuff like that to appease people around them. But in reality, what's going on is that, they have something hidden up their sleeve. Like setting it up where the spell work does it on its own over and over and over again. You know what I mean? Or some kind of technical way where it's not technically spell work, or it's not technically this, but it's occurring to you as if it is over and over again. But they say, hey, we want peace. Yeah, this is a group of people. This you got the Three of Pentacles out here, and you have the Knight of Swords out here. Somebody's planning to try to come in and work with you. This is a group of people that want you to join. This is an organization. They don't want to fight with you anymore. They're trying to make peace with you. Or they're trying to make an offer of some sort, right? Yeah. I'll bet you are. You got the Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands out here. You got the Nine of Swords out here. And you got the Magician card out here, right? They're trying to stop you from manifesting, basically. Whoever this person is, they're trying to put an end to your manifestations, right? By putting you in like a bad mood and have you focus on them, and it's low vibrational energy, etc., etc., etc. You know what? I just get tired of explaining this over and over. And to be honest with you, that's exactly the vibe I got when I got up. When I got up, it was just like, it's not that I'm overwhelmed. It's not that I'm tired. It's not that I'm angry. It's not that. It's like I'm just shocked at how stupid somebody could be and continue to send spell work towards you after having somebody kill themselves in front of you over, and you know what I'm saying? After the murders that you've done is starting to come out, the people that's involved in those murders and stuff like that, or the spell work that you sent out, because secondly, it was people who got assassinated, you know what I'm saying, in the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? After all of that, and now all of a sudden it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not smart to do that. This is somebody who does spell work. I'm pretty sure this is somebody who does spell work for everything. Like, they say that they want peace, they're going to do a peace spell and then keep attacking. They're going to do a walk away spell, a spell to make you walk away from them, to make it feel like they've won, just to keep attacking you until they got there, until they feel like that they've won, right? No balls, all shaft and no balls. This motherfucker is all shaft and no balls. I'm telling you, it's a group of them. It's a group of them. It could be 9 people too, actually, because I've seen the number 9 out here a lot. I'm seeing the 9 of Wands out here. I see the 9 of Swords out here, like 991. That's 111 energy. That's the 3. Yeah, the Holy Trinity is out here. You got the Holy Trinity out here twice, 3 times. Let's see, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you got the Holy Trinity out here twice. With the 3 of Pentacles here, that's the 3. And then the Magician, which is 199, energy 199. That is, I consider that 111, because that's 1 plus 9, which is 10, right? 1 plus 0 is 1 again. So you got 1, 1, and then you add that other 9 to it, and it becomes either what, 10 or even 19. But it's gonna break down to a 10 again, and then you got another 1, right? So this is all this stuff that's going on. It could be about leadership. So the leadership of whoever been sending spell work and all that other shit towards you, the leader of the group is in this. It's like they want to put, either they're in this energy or they want to project this energy onto you, where you are untrustful of other people. Okay, this is their way of trying to isolate you from other people. They don't want what they've done to come out. They don't want it known that there's a cult or a coven that's out here that's been feeding off and harvesting off people's energy. But like I said before, if this is a cult and a coven, and they've seen what was going on in here, right? They know where each person's heart is. Now, I couldn't be in nothing like that, because I know if something went wrong in my life, I would instantly think it was somebody in the coven, or, you know what I'm saying, that did this shit to me. And whoever I would, you know, and this is just me talking, you know, this is me being honest. Whoever, it would depend. It would depend how it happened. Like, I would know, like, based off of how it happened, I'm sure I would be able to correlate it with somebody's personality. Like, if it happened, like, you know, right after I got something, all of a sudden you lose it, but you've been gossiping and talking, or you just been friends with somebody who talk about they did a spell on so-and-so and they just lost this. And in my mind, I'm like, well, I just had something like that. Does that mean you've been sending shit my way? You know what I mean? But the only way to know for sure is to, like I said before, witch's bottle. And if you do that, there's a chance that you could definitely, you know, hurt the person who sent that spell work to you. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever they sent towards you is what's going to happen to them, but it serves them right for trying to send that shit towards you. Because this is, you know, I've you know, there's spells out here that was done against children, kids, unborn children. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here who's jealous of people who are single. I'm pretty sure, I mean, jealous of people that are single. I'm pretty sure there's single people in this coven. They're jealous. Everything that somebody is envious or jealous about, or had done spell work against someone for, at least one of those attributes or characteristics can be identified with by at least one person in that group. There, you know, and I know that for a fact, because I mean, the person who kept sending spell work my way, they were actually a family, or at least, you know, a coven, family, whatever the fuck you want to call them, right? But they were married, but neither one of them really wanted to be married. You see what I'm saying? So what they do, they attack single people. Well, your daughter is single, your son is single. You know what I'm saying? There's your auntie might be single, your grandma might be single, your dad might be single. What about them? When they did find somebody and something happened, and this could have been like the love of your mom's life, or the love of your grandfather's life, or the love of your auntie's life, or the love of the love of your son's life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There was some in there that, you know, was jealous of people who didn't have kids. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just because you didn't have kids, guess what? You know, or because you did have kids, There's a lot of people out here with kids, but people don't think about it. I mean, you know, people don't think about it. Maybe that's what make me different, but I think about shit like that. Like, if you attack this person and they had this, and because of this, yeah. So, yeah, you got the, so yeah, basically the energy that they were trying to usher in here was, there's Nine of Wands energy. And matter of fact, this could be their energy here. You know, maybe they are in this distrustful energy. Maybe they're not trusting each other or one another. They don't know who to trust in the group. And then you have this Nine of Swords energy where none of them are getting rest at night. They're all staying up. There's things at night that's tormenting them. Remember, I just said that when Pharaoh got washed over by the sea, that there was astral attacks by marine spirits. I just said that not too long ago. These are the very same marine spirits that somebody has been working with, and it backfired. Whether they know it backfired or not, and now it's keeping them up. And that's probably why I got woken up in my sleep to do this, because somebody is trying to find out how to play everybody else. So they're trying to get a read. Somebody was channeling their energy to me to try to get a reading, is basically, in order to find out what's going on and what's to come next, so they can play everybody else. I had premonitions of somebody in the group who was talking about killing their kids, killing themselves. Somebody in the group who was talking about what else was that? Because like I said, everybody got different personalities, right? And they've just been channeling nothing but energy towards me. I know a murderer's energy now. I could feel this murder. There's somebody in this. There's a couple people in this group responsible for deaths. Okay, but one person in particular, and I know their energy because of how dark it is. They have a very dark energy, a real dark energy. Has nothing to do with mental disorders or nothing like that. They have a dark energy. They're being rolled by a spirit, or there's an entity or a demon attached to them or something. But it's really heavy and really dark. And I know this energy. They even had their kids doing the spell work and stuff like that. And I know the difference between the kids' energy and theirs, because the kids' energy is a lot lighter. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who just joined or whatever, like, I know their energies. Like, their energies is different. There's somebody in this group, this coven, a cult, whatever, that actually kills or killed someone, or several people. I'm thinking several people. Several. It's not just one. Several people. And they're hell-bent on getting my attention. And it's not to let this go. It's because I'm a target, basically. Okay? So somebody, you may feel the same or whatever, but I do feel like, you know, I am being targeted, honestly. You know, that's my personal problem. I'll deal with that. Okay? So, like I say, God has a way of handling things. But like I said, there's Nine of Swords energy out here. They're not sleeping well. They definitely not sleeping well. They definitely not sleeping well. Another thing, they're trying to manifest. So they may be trying to manifest endings or something like that here with the Magician card. Either they are manifesting endings, or they are trying to manifest something and that they can't manifest. Something is coming to an end with their manifestations. Yeah. Something is coming to an end with their manifestations. Whoever this is, whoever these people are, or whoever this group is, you know, there's something definitely heading towards them. Either they're heading towards you, or something is heading towards them. But I see they try to keep you in like this conflicted energy, basically. Somebody wanted you conflicted, or somebody wanted this where you're conflicted and you can't get out of that energy. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what's going on here. You got the Strength card here in reverse. Yeah, whoever this is, they're tired. They're tired. They don't have the strength to fight. They don't have the strength to fight. Whoever this is. Whether it's, you know, and it... Strength card in reverse could be a karmic Leo. But the vibe that I'm getting here is that they're losing their strength because they are staying up all night. They're up all night. And it's because of the things that they have done to all these people in this world. Like now, I just got a projection asking for healing. You see how that works? Now they're asking for redemption and healing and shit like that. I have no fucking problem healing somebody as long as they ask. You know? But I do have a problem with healing people who gonna keep doing the same fucking dumb shit over and over again. I have a problem with healing people who gonna backstab and betray me. I have a problem trying to heal people who, you know, who are trying to like get close to me, to betray me or to kill me or to traffic me or organ harvest and shit like that. I have a problem with that. So I'm gonna say no. Flat out, I'm turning it down. You need healing, then you need to find you a real fucking doctor. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You're not getting this shit from me. Okay? And that's because the energy that's been projected, like I said, like I know the energy. And I know when they, like I've had it where this group, this coven, they put babies in my energy. They put kids with ADHD in my energy. Kids, you know what I'm saying? Like if you doing spiritual work and you're channeling energy from a child to, you know what I'm saying? To, you know, that's not, man, you'll do any fucking thing. You'll do anything. So this motherfucker has been channeling kid energy, trying to act like they're child, like a child, to get the attention. Matter of fact, they could be using their children to try to channel like a pure or innocent energy, but that's how the devil works. The devil tried to amuse you or appease you to get a response from you first, and then that's when they start working behind the scenes. Whoever this person is, they're working with finite energy. And that's the difference between working with God and the devil, okay? A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. But when I know in the other videos I kept telling, I said, I know I mentioned it about finite and infinite. Keep in mind that the devil exists inside of time, okay? Although he can go to, like, you know, he did go to heaven and all that other stuff, but essentially his domain is inside of time, right? If he had a domain outside of time, he would have been, you know what I'm saying? Then God wouldn't have been able to kick him out. Okay? So because his authority or whatever that he does have is finite. It's finite. That's why a lot of the things that people go to the devil for, it doesn't last long. That's how you could tell the mark of the beast. Everything that is of the beast is marked. It's marked. Finite. If you're temporary joys, temporary, you know, things and all of that stuff, because you know your life isn't going to be that long, right? So essentially what happens is, you know, he gives you what you want. He responds immediately. If you put in a grievance or a report or whatever, the devil is going to respond immediately. You really don't have to do a ritual. You could be doing the simplest shit. And guess what? There he is. Giving you what you want. Because he's going to use that. The very thing that you wanted is what he's going to betray you. Is what he's going to use to betray you. In order to take what he wanted initially from you. Which is not good at all. It's not good. Anyway, when you work with the devil or darker entities, you'll know, because it's not that you get immediate results. because you can work with God and get immediate results. It's more like when you work with these darker energies, its energy dissipates faster than if it is of the light, right? The dark energy, it's dense, don't get me wrong, it's really dense, it's really heavy, but it's really heavy, but the things that you get from the devil and all that, it don't last long. It don't last long, and you could pay for it. You'll be paying it back for a long time. It's like a payday loan. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. It's a payday loan. They'll give it to you now, but you'll be paying it back over and over. You know what I'm saying? You'll be constantly trying to pay it back and, you know, re-get it and all of that. Yeah. That's exactly what happened here, right? When you work with higher energies like God and stuff like that, it takes a while, but it's good. It can last forever. It'll last forever. And that's probably why the people around you are so jealous and upset with you, because they had to go to the devil to get fame and fortune and all of that, and now they lost it all. They don't have anything to show for it. You went to God, you went to a higher vibration, which means that not only are you going to be paid, but the people, like your children, you know, generation after generation, all because of what you did and what you developed and what you founded. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to hear that. They just want to hear the negative part about it, you know? So yeah, somebody has definitely been trying to heal themselves using my energy. They've been looking for any way to get recognized, or, you know, and that's how I know that this cycle is over. If this cycle wasn't over, or if it wasn't close to over, the devil wouldn't, this person wouldn't be fighting so hard, you know? And that's why I'm gonna put that nail in the coffin, and I'm gonna leave them right where the fuck they at. Where the fuck was you when I was going through the shit I was going through? Where the fuck was you? You know what I mean? Where the fuck was you when I needed you? You were the one causing this shit. Now you telling me you need me? You projecting that energy out like you need me? Cold day in hell. I know God gonna be mad, like, why don't you? No, fuck that. I'm not finna open myself. I love me more. You know what I'm saying? I love me more, basically. I love myself enough not to indulge in that cycle and shit, to the best of my ability. I know it's a lot of spell work involved, so I'm not gonna be too hard on myself. I'm not even gonna take it serious. I'm not gonna be too hard on myself, because I know myself. I know I can get out of, you know. So no, I'm not gonna be all hard on myself and shit like that. Like, oh, you gotta. Fuck all that. I ain't finna fight with your ass. I ain't even finna fight with you like that. I'm gonna tell you to get thee behind me, Satan, and I'm gonna leave it like that. You know what I mean? You got the devil card. Speaking of the devil, you got the devil card in reverse. So the plan or ploy that they had here is that they're trying to walk away from something. They're tired, yeah. Somebody out here is drained, they're tired, and they're trying to walk away from something, right? Yep. You got the Three of Cups out here. This is how they feel emotionally with the Three of Cups out here. So like I said, you had the Holy Trinity out here, right? This 3 energy shows up again. Not only that, but this right here has to do with, you see how on his head, that's the pentagram and the upright with the devil reversed. So yeah, whatever energy or whatever entity that they've been summoning or whatever, I'm thinking that it's been sent back to them, or it's been returned back to the sender. And it's all because there's this pentagram on this entity's head or something like that. Yeah. So with this Three of Cups energy in reverse, this has to do with this group breaking up. Whatever this coven, this group, this occult, whatever it may be, they're breaking up now. They're separating. They're going their separate ways. It must have been. It was a lot, and you know, it's crazy because there's something wrong with each and every last one of them. Each and every last one of them was affected by what happened here. Everybody is, possibly even their children, if they're, well, because you know some of them are, you know, getting their children involved. It looked like if they participated, it looked like they could be affected by this too. Yeah, they could be affected by it. Last but not least, we got this Seven of Swords out here. Like I said, somebody's gonna come in trying to talk peace and, you know, stuff like that. Somebody's getting ready to, well, Five of Swords in reverse. That's somebody coming in to negotiate some kind of peace offering or something like that. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys are gonna accept it or not. Me myself, I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest. Like that nine of Wands energy that they sent out. Well, I'm just gonna be upfront and just say I don't trust any peace offerings. You know, and I'm just gonna walk away. Just leave it how it is and just walk the fuck away. You know, not everything needs a reaction to it. You know what I'm saying? But then again, like I said, with all the spell work and shit that was sent out, you know, they'll find a way to try to get you to react or to acknowledge them. This is somebody who probably didn't get acknowledgement as a child. You know what I'm saying? When you get kids who don't get acknowledged as a child, like everybody else, they go the extra mile. It's like they take not being accepted more personal than a child that gets attention all the time. You know what I'm saying? So. Oh, yeah. Damn. See all that I had to do? You know, with all that projection and shit like that. 9 times out of 10. Hold on just a second. Hold on.